Hello. I'm going to be doing a VOD review over the Team 1 versus 92 Dream Team on Coastline from the Allied Esports competition. So a little bit about these two teams. Team 1 and 92 Dream Team were both Challenger League teams before this season started. And just this past season, they went through the Challenger League. They finished top 4 of there. And then from there, they ended up going and being able to either defeat the second place team from the top 4, and then or was able to defeat the Pro League team and earn their spot in Pro League. So both now Team 1, they come from Brazil, where the meta is more of a gunfight heavy one, less utility, and they look more for gunfights and is more aggressive. Then with North America, it's kind of in between the strategy of Europe and the gunfights of North America, with 92 Dream Team being more of a gunfight-oriented team, kind of like Reciprocity, and more so like a Brazilian team than a strategist team. And so with that, I'm going to go over the ban phase. So we're going to start off with Nomad. Nomad's banned because on Coastline, in order to really be effective, you have to be capable of doing runouts, because when it comes to defending sites like Penthouse, well, one, you have to be able to do runouts, but also you have to be able to rotate around freely, because there's not a lot of room in Coastline that you can freely rotate through. Really, it's the outskirts of the map only, mainly due to the fact that the map itself, because of the opening in the middle, it is nearly impossible to rotate. You can't rotate around the middle or a lot of the hallways once you're a minute in, because somebody on the roof can easily pick off any of the people rotating. So combine that with a Nomad, and you would just have to sit and just wait for the enemy to come to you. You couldn't really react to it. Then also, if you want to be doing any runouts, a Nomad, if they're ready for those runouts and they put a Nomad down and you don't know about it, you're going to be the freest kill that person has ever had. She is very strong on this map, especially for attacks on Penthouse, just due to, VIP has one door, you put a Nomad charge there, put a Nomad charge on the kitchen door near the big window, and then on the main door. And every run out on the big window is now covered, and if someone tries to flank through VIP, well, that's covered as well. So it gives a lot of power with those Nomad charges. So teams don't want to deal with that, so they banned her out. Next, IQ. So the IQ ban tells me that the team, what I think that team is going to do is they're going to be trying to play heavy information game with things like Echo drones and Valkyrie cameras, especially Valkyries. I think they're going to be trying to get them outside and just be going for aggressive runouts when nobody's watching it. And because they have the information, it's going to be a smart runout where they can say, okay, nobody's looking at me, no Claymore, no Nomad, I can just run out there, shoot, and worst comes to worst, worst case scenario, they die, but it's highly unlikely. Then they have the scenario of nothing happens, but they get detected, and the enemy knows that someone's there. Now they have to worry about it, so the enemy has to stop and now adapt to that, or the best case scenario, they get a kill. So I think that banning the IQ is basically saying that Team 1 wants to be aggressively doing runouts here. Next, Echo is being banned from Team 1, and I'm not too sure. Okay, so that makes me think that they just don't like playing against Echo. There are teams that hate playing against Echo, and if you don't have an Echo player, then it's good to ban him, just because a lot teams don't want to deal with him. So really, it's not really that surprising of a ban. Nothing too amazing there. It's teams just don't like going against him. They like being able to play into that 5 seconds and not worry about getting an Echo droned. Then on the Mira ban from 92 Dream Team, I believe it's 92 Dream Team anyway. If we can. Yes, so 92 Dream Team bans the Mira. And Mira's a little curious on this map. The only place I think she's pretty useful is on Penthouse Theater, which is overall the weakest site on this map. without a Mira, just because of how easy it is to take VIP. So by banning the Mira, that makes me think that 92 Dream Team, one, just doesn't want to deal with Mira, two, didn't really have another ban they wanted to go through with, because, I mean, if Mira is only useful on 25% of the map, and with that, so really I think it's just, I think there's better things than Mira, and I think they more just don't want to deal with her, and it's kind of a default ban, like G2 used to always ban Lion. So with that, let's get into the actual map. And Hyena has left the game. Psychological warfare. And wow, isn't this just a great way to start this? Really? Oh my god. Really? We couldn't even start the game without a rehost. Oh, this game is great. Anyway, same bands coming in. Yeah. Alright, so onto the operator selection. So this is historically this was an attacker sided map. However, it has become more 50-50 once the defenders got a bit more aggressive. So it's not like saying that you have to be attack and you have to win 5 of those 6 attacking rounds or anything. However, with the Mira ban, I think that with the Mira and Echo ban, it is going to be an attacker-sided map. However, that doesn't mean that that doesn't mean it's a death sentence for defense. It just means that you're gonna struggle a little bit more, and we're gonna have to see how Dream Team is going to actually deal with that. So onto the operator selection. So Hibana is the first choice. So this map, the map of Coastline is unique, where a lot of teams will run no hard breacher because it's not necessary. The only place I've ever seen a hard breacher, which I would kind of say is necessary, well, not even necessary, but just really useful, is on Penthouse Theater. However, Penthouse Theater isn't played that often just due to it being it's just a weak site against coordinated teams. So with that, the chances of a hard breacher being needed is really slim. Then however, you still want to bring a hard breacher. She can still be useful on other sites. It's not like she's awful and there's no other reason to bring her besides for a penthouse attack. However, she is definitely better than Thermite when it comes to just opening things up, like the courtyard walls, just because you can do it from the roof. So she's a lot more flexible than the Thermite. And you bring the Hibana because you don't really care so much about a rotate hole so much as you care about a kill hole. Except on the Penthouse Theater, where you do want a rotate hole. But really, Hibana, she's better than Thermite, but overall isn't necessary. It's just kind of a preference of the team to bring a hard breacher. Then Twitch. So Twitch, she got a buff recently where, well, not recently, probably like a month and a half, 2 months ago, where she can destroy Maestro cams now. So combine that with being able to destroy utility, destroy Maestro cams, she's in a pretty good spot utility-wise, and she has literally the best gun in the games. And the Brazilians, they love just going for gunfights. So if you want to just take gunfights, bring the best gun you can for that. Then Sledge. So if you want to play a little bit vertically, because you're not for this map, you're not really playing from the bottom up. You're instead going to be playing from the top down if you do want to play vertically. So you don't need a buck, and so Sledge's gun is easier to control, and a lot of people just prefer him. And so really, that's why you pick Sledge over Buck here, because the Buck isn't going to be too necessary. Then really, I think that they just want to bring grenades, as well as this is more of a gunfight oriented map than anything else. So if you're good on Sledge and you can win your gunfights on him, then great, bring him, bring nades, bring anything that can help. Then Zofia, she's kind of a half frag or half utility, where she's a more utility based Ashe, but she still has a good gun. She has a claymore for runouts, just like Twitch does. So really, she's just a decent pick. There's nothing really amazing about her, but you can't really say she's a bad pick either. And then Capital, which I like because he brings so much utility, and you can just, it is very easy to just burn people out of areas, especially with the buff where he now has a lot more range to his actual to his firebolt. So then onto the defensive setup. So Clash is coming out from Drip. This is kind of just a team preference where this tells me they want to be able to apply some pressure onto the attackers and slow them down a little bit by forcing them to worry about the Clash, just because if Clash is in your face, you always are having your position known, and that means that somebody can just come pre-fire you if you're getting pinged, and if you aren't paying enough attention to the Clash, then maybe she pulls out her gun. So really, she's just a pain to deal with, and if you treat her kind of as a movable mirror window, she makes a lot more sense. Then Smoke is coming out. You always need a way to open up sites, make rotate holes, things like that, kill holes. So that's where Smoke's shotgun is great, as well as overall his utility is excellent, which is, I mean, he can kill 30 to 40 seconds of time just with his smoke canisters. Then he can bring barbed wire to help on the flank, and so overall, and there's also a spot on Hookah Billiards where the smokes can clip through walls and stop a default plant. I'll show you where that is once we get there. Then Odd is on Pulse. This tells me that they're going to be investing him downstairs, or at least they should be, because it's a Pulse. So if you don't, if Team 1 doesn't go for a roam clear on him below, and they're not investing bodies downstairs to hold it when they go for the flank, then they're going to lose bodies because he's just going to chuck a nitro cell up. So that's just the thought. Pulse is kind of someone who, if you don't deal with him, it's just going to bite you in the ass. And overall, it's not going to be too hard to deal with him, but it is going to be something you have to deal with. Then Maestro. So it's Maestro. He brings a great gun. His utility is pretty good. Due to the Twitch and the Thatcher buffs, it's not the best. I would say it's not the best anymore, just because it's very easily countered. However, it's not like it's a bad utility at all. And if there's no Twitch, well, I mean, really this lineup can very easily deal with the cameras because you have a Twitch, a Sledge, and a Zofia. However, in this meta, I'd say that Maestro's brought more for the gun than the cameras. And then Jaeger. You want a Jaeger because if you are trying to hold and they just have nades coming at you from every direction, you're gonna die. It's the way it is, because there's not a lot of areas you can sit, so it's pretty easy to nade you. So that's kind of the thought process behind the operator selection. And let's see. All right, so 6th picks came out, and let's see. Right, so the only 6th pick that came out was a change from the Clash to a Valkyrie. So really that's just, they show the Clash because they say, okay, maybe we want to do this, so show the Clash. And then based on the lineup that was coming out from the attackers, where the Sledge, Zofia, and Capital were all more or less direct counters to the Clash, they said, okay, we can't really run her effectively, but there's no IQ, so let's bring a Valkyrie and just see what we can do with the cams. Well, let's see if I can get a top-down view. Anyway, let's see it. Oh, anyway, this wall to Smoke's left, that's reinforced so that you can't open up an angle from VIP all the way back from the VIP window, I believe, all the way into Hookah. It's a very long angle that cuts off a lot of the map and is very easy to hold. So that's why this is reinforced. They're saying 92 Dream Team is saying we're not going to give you this angle for free. You have to use some utility that you would have used elsewhere. Now, right here in this corner, you can actually smoke that, and it'll clip through the wall due to the glitches with smokes right now. And with that, so with that, if you know that the enemy is going for a plant, you just throw your smoke down around this corner, and because the default plant is behind the A bomb site, since the rest of this is relatively open, and with that, you can delay the plant.
See how it fares here again. I'm very excited to see what Team 1 Esports has in store for us, because I haven't gotten the graces to cast them before, so I'm very excited for that aspect. But again, we have the boys from NA, as we are in NA, playing tag magnitude dream team. As you said, Hookah can be the first site, and things kind of vary, as you said earlier, on Coastline particularly. For what site
Now, Smoke is sitting in his little smoke corner.
The most notable one I can think off the top of
And
my
I'm
head
not
is
even sure. Alright, so it looks like 5 members of. So that all 5 members of Team 1 spawned over on the east near the Lamborghini. And so it is what it is. I need to see what exactly they're going to do, because a lot of teams change how they take this. Some like to take VIP and then hookah. Some like to take VIP and not VIP, aquarium and then pool. Some like going up to the roof and opening up the pool with their Hibana pellets on the wall. So really, just some like doing a full roam clear of the top floor from the penthouse theater area. So it really just it differs from every team. And now one thing I'm saying about Pulse is, even though he's supposed to be playing vertically, he's not playing directly under sight exactly where a Pulse would be. Because, I mean, it's 17 seconds in. The plant's not going down. So, with that, his positioning is actually really good, because from here he can kind of run away wherever he wants to. He can run over the main door through the kitchen door in front of him. He can run behind him into pink bar. He can run to blue bar. You can go to the main. You go to the open area, and which I don't understand why you would, but hey, you can do it. Or he could just retreat back to site by going up Cool Vibe stairs. So it's a lot of. He has the ability to just run away.
Enjoy playing penthouse, and that's mainly because the entire master side of that, or the entire penthouse side of that.
The other thing is that you saw he was on his camera. Now I kind of hope that. One thing about a good team is they will hop on their cameras right as the round starts, to figure out where the enemy is pushing from. Because he hopped on those cameras, he could say, okay, none of them spawned over on the north side or the east side, so they're all coming from the south right now. They're all going to be coming from Lamborghini in the penthouse area.
If you step in there, you just die. It's not a place you want to be, but they somehow managed to win rounds on it, so I'm not going to argue that.
Of course, we're surprising the team that they're here in Vegas now. Unfortunately, didn't get to see them this weekend, but we'll continue to see quite a bit in the North American side of things. One of our top teams.
So it looks like Team 1's going for a VIP take right now, where in order to take VIP, you have to take penthouse and theater to make sure that it's clear. And
Regardless, though, Team 1, of course, now out on
I'm trying to figure out exactly what's going on. It looks like there's a double roam coming from downstairs with Drip and Odd, both playing vertically in different areas with their nitro cells, just waiting for the enemy to come to them. And, I mean, if you have 2 players to play vertically, that's great. This is a site where you can't really all sit here comfortably, so you have to have some form of roaming. Because there's not really too many places you can sit without... Well, really, there's not that many safe places, so you don't want to have everybody sitting in the same corner. I think that there was a game between Dark Zero and... I can't remember who, but I think it was like 3 or 4 members of Dark Zero were all inside the closet of Oregon downstairs, and a single nade came in and killed them all. So you never want to be just stacked up with your teammates.
setup staying pretty formulaic for what you expect for hookah players. I don't think there's nothing out of the ordinary here.
Now, one thing about the claymores that are being put down on those staircases, it's very easy to get rid of them. They're there more for a sound cue than anything else. So the claymore isn't effective when it comes to getting a kill. However, it is effective when it comes to getting when it comes to just telling you, hey, if someone's flanking.
Here so far from that Team Dream team.
Good drone play coming in here from Team 1, and that's what we've been looking for all day. These teams that play that information game.
Now, the Valkyrie playing below was just killed by the sledge. I'm not sure what that was. it would be great if they could go to the Sledge's perspective so we could see, but no.
Play to themselves as they will.
Okay, yes. So, based on the positioning of the Valkyrie, she tried to go for an aggressive run out. Maybe she had a cam outside, maybe not. But as she did that, Rise was ready for that and shut her down. Because Latin America is such an aggressive region, they're probably used to stuff like this. So there's no, I would say, so just to talk about it, I think right now this is a bad matchup for 92 and Team 1 for 92 Dream Team, just because LATAM is kind of the kings of aggressiveness, and they've won one Pro League season, I believe it was Liquid, and they beat Penta, or they may have been G2 at this point, right after they picked up Kanto, and so that's the only time. And when you pick someone up, that means that your team you're not gonna have the best team coordination. It's not gonna be awful, but it's not gonna be as good as it'll be in 6 months, a year. So it was kind of the best time to take on G2, and they did, and they had a very good run. They did a very good job of winning. I'm not trying to take that way, but that's the only real time that they have actually gone the distance against them. Actually, I think FaZe might have been in a finals at one point against G2 as well. But really what I'm talking about is, I think the aggressiveness overall is kind of an issue with some regions, some regions and some teams, where once teams really start getting used to it, it can be countered pretty easily. Where this is kind of like a dumb aggressive thing, where Drip tried to go for a run out at a minute 10 in, and he got slaughtered from it by a team that's so used to going against aggressiveness. So I think overall it's just a bad play from Drip.
Here's that Drip went for a run out. Immediately got punished at the hands of Rise with that L8586.
As you know, it's not a VIP take. However, Team 1 wanted to make sure that Penthouse Theater work was clear, just so they wouldn't have to worry about an early flank. So with that, they now look, based on how they are stacked up, they I believe are going to be going for a plant behind the bomb in the pool table. So based on that, also basically I can say that based on the fact that the Capital is here, Zofia is here, and Sledge is watching underneath, waiting for anybody to come with a nitro cell. So with those three members there, I'm saying that it's probably going to be an attack on pool table. So right now, the defenders need to be setting up for that, and they're in a pretty good situation where they can do that. Really, I would say the main thing they need to worry about is this Sledge. Because if they can take out this Sledge, then they can play with a nitro cell from below, get a pick there, and then you have the smoke and the Maestro also helping. So it can be very, very good, so long as they can get that one pick.
Get our first one is the Valkyrie. Going down for the result of that team, of course, taking advantage. Behind this, the rest of Team 1.
Now, Nitro Cell just came out from the Pulse. I want to see where he was. I think it was underneath VI, maybe in Kitchen? Okay, so he was in Kitchen, and yes. I'm not sure that floor is destructible. I think that this is the VIP, which, yes, I believe this is VIP that he's throwing this into. However, I'm not 100% sure if this is destructible. But either way, it misses. And I disagree with that. I think that with the Pulse, his job is to play vertically, and he has to be worried about the plant, so he should really be trying to get control against the Sledge. It's a hard fight you have to take. However, if you want to effectively stop this plant, you need to hold the bottom control. Especially because really Aquarium is the main area you have to take before you can set up for a push, because all you have to do is smoke and fire the A bomb site, plant behind A, and you're good.
Already starting to use flashbangs. Want to just more importantly to try and clear out ADS. You got the lifeline charges ready to move into.
Now this is why you bring Hibana. She can open up the wall here, where this is the smoke corner, so you can actually shoot the smoke. So that makes it so there's nowhere safe inside of the pool table to actively play. So right now with that, I would say Smoke is in a very bad situation.
Team 1 with a very smart use of their X-Kairos charges are going to put him on the outside wall on Calgin.
Then that was the Smoke going down because he he was playing in a with the Hibana charges going down. I think it was a mistake of him sitting there, and he should have tried to run away. Yes, he's a smoke. However, you're going if you there's no purpose if you have to give up territory and even give up the plant and then have to go for a retake, you're still alive and you still can go for a retake. Right now he just died and it accomplished nothing. So that's 3 smoke grenades of utility, an SMG-11 and a shotgun all down. He could have maybe dropped down, try and go for well, not drop down, but go down the stairs, try and go below, try and take the fight on the sledge, maybe try to play vertically a little bit. Maybe he could have gone and just maybe gone for a flank over near VIP, or just try and take the fight over there, or maybe just even wait and try and throw smoke grenades when the plant's going down. So, but instead he just sat and wasn't sure about what to do and died because of it. And that was just not a good peek from Hyena. I think he was on his cam and saw that, hey, I'm not sure the Maestro cam was still alive at that time. However, if it was, then he probably was trying to peek the Capital, thinking, okay, let's go back and watch it. So it's a 5v3. If you're in a 5v3 situation on Coastline, that's very bad, especially on defense, because it's very hard. You don't have to invest many buddies to actually hold a plant to protect it. So you can invest 2 or 3 bodies holding the same angle, so you can die pretty easily. So you saw that he was just doing the crouch peeking. He was crouching up and down, doing that fun stuff. And he gets gunned down. This is basically that was just a bad peek. Really, that's all it was. There's one, they're playing on LAN, and this is 92 Dream Team's first experience at a LAN environment, so it really is. This is all new to them. However, that was really just and so he may be used to being able to take that fight online where you have 50 ping, but when you have 2 ping, like literally you will have 2 ping on LAN. So it really is a difference. There are teams that are called online teams versus LAN teams, and with that, it's just a difference between the teams and what you're used to and what you're good at. But even with that was not a smart peek. So with this camera, he either should have been I don't think he was even using his cams for that, because if he came around crouch peeking as if he's trying to gain information without pre-firing, as if he knew which tells me he doesn't know the Capital is actually here, and because of that he was peeking without any information and was probably just trying to go for a pick. However, at this level, that's not going to happen. So that's just a bad peek overall. And now 2v5, Pulse is below, I think, but has no nitro cell. Jaeger is stuck in on the corner, and they know he's there. Now he wins a fight, and okay, and it looks like Pulse came in with a flank from behind, so that was good on him, and he managed to equalize it out. So it's a 5v2 right now. 10 seconds ago, Odd gets a kill on Hibana, who was over near I think it's called Zulu. It's that kind of bridge-ish area between the penthouse and aquarium. So Odd gets a kill. Then this reinforcement, now normally I would disagree with it because I think there are better places to put it. However, based on how 92 Dream Team is actually playing this, and the fact that you can't just shoot through here to kill anybody playing behind the wall over there, I think this is actually a really good reinforcement based off of how 92 Dream Team is playing this. So that reinforcement just saved them. He just takes the fight, and Rexon just wins the fight as Odd gets another kill. However, then Odd gets a little bit too aggressive and gets killed. However, he did a great job there. He got 2 kills, opened it up so the Jaeger, it went from a 2-on-1 with a Twitch and a Hibana against the Jaeger and turned into a 1v1, and he won. won that 1v1. However, now I think, yes, someone's coming up Cool Vibe stairs, and that was a good job. I mean, he's sandwiched in between two. If he peeks one, the other one's gonna kill. Now, maybe he shouldn't have run out into the middle of the hallway. However, overall, that was a good try from Rexon and Odd. And really, that was, I'd say the main thing about that was there was a bad peek from the Valkyrie early, and there was a bad peek from the Maestro later on, and those two deaths and just opened up everything for Team 1. But, I mean, they managed to take a 2v5 and turn it into a one-on-one. So that was a good job from 92 Dream Team. And it was kind of bad from from Team 1. If you're there, you don't have to invest much to hold a flank. For the aquarium, the one flank you have, just put someone on the roof and you can watch it. It's the Zulu area. I think it's called Zulu. Could be completely wrong, but that's what I'm just going to call it for now. But that's just an oversight from Team 1, and that's something they're going to have to get fixed, or else they're going to give up rounds to teams flanking on a lot of maps, because there are other maps where there's multiple flank routes, and you have to actually know what you're doing on them and have good team coordination to hold them. Because one doorway is all that they had to hold, and they couldn't do it.
Yeah, still managed to close out the first round, of course. Maybe just trying to psych out their opponents a little bit, see how that develops over the next few.
Quick on their execute. I don't know if they're behind, but they don't have anything
Now,
to try and
Hookah defense again, and let's see the changes. So no changes coming out from Team 1, and 92 Dream Teams are also making no changes. So this is telling me that I think what's going on in 92 Dream Team's head right now is they're saying, okay, we lost 2 bodies without doing anything, so as long as we play a bit more passive, we can probably win this. And also there was kind of a wasted Nitro Cell from Odd. Well, I say wasted, I mean, it was a missed Nitro Cell, so really, if he had gotten that kill, then it could have changed a lot of stuff, but it is what it is.
See how they look to adjust, of course. I mean, still coming very close at the end of the day, but they definitely need to clean up that early round. Losing a good majority of their roster.
Now, one thing is this drone right here. I'm hoping this drone is outside, because if you're at Twitch, there's no reason to be even risking your drone trying to figure out who the operators are, because because you're never going to be able to get a lot of utility if you send your drone in early and you're just going to get killed. Play passive with a Twitch drone. Literally just put it in spawn next to you, and when you spawn in, just pick it up. And because that's half your utility right there as a Twitch. So it's better just to play safe with it.
This, of course, got a few players from 92 Dream Team working their way around. AWD Doodle is already trying to make sure he's got clean real estate downstairs by the kitchen. No drones on top of her defense. Now he's free to go about his business and try to cause issues for the one run.
So same setup coming out from 92 Dream Team, and same attack coming out from Team 1.
definitely have the click heads mentality down. Just to reel in a couple of their players, see if that early aggression fares better later on instead of so early right now. Because as of right now, drip not faring.
So now, one thing to note about roaming on Coastline is once you start doing it, and the team knows that you're doing it, it's very easy for them to start going for you, because if they know that you're roaming in kitchen, then they just have to all they have to do is take control of the pink bar and control of the main lobby, and with that you can then get pinched effectively. So it's very easy to pinch roamers on this map. So as a roamer, you kind of have to be random with what you do, or you have to just be in such a defensible position that you have to say, yes, I'm gonna take at least one of you and make this a royal pain in the ass for you to come kill me.
With how early that initial pick was, they tried to fight back, but it's too little, too late. Again, Team 1 Esports right now very impressed, at least by the first round, with how they're dedicating their utility.
Now, same setup. Okay, same attack coming from Team 1, where basically they send Zofia and Twitch into the VIP in order to just take VIP, penthouse, and theater. Then they're sending Capital up onto the roof in order to take control of the of kind of the hallways upstairs, and then they were sending Sledge. I think he's going around main lobby area in order to make sure that in order to watch for any flanks coming out. So really, I like that they have an attack plan. I like that it's a methodical one where they do the exact same thing over and over again.
As of right now, sitting pretty tight here on T1.
Pretty mobile.
Now, see, this is what I'm talking about bunching up. Right now, there are 3 members of 92 Dream Team on the Cruel Vibe stairs. If the attackers knew this, they could literally just bum rush the A bomb site, get all of their utility just thrown, and there's nothing that 92 Dream Team would really be able to do about it because they would be just reacting to what's going on. So it's pretty bad positioning if you have 3 members within 10 feet of one another, because there are other places that these people can sit. Now, however, I will say that Odd, he said, okay, I can kind of get killed off pretty easily from here, and it looks like they're pushing from this side, so I'm going to fall back over to Pink Bar where they're not, and then go for a flank later on. And I kind of wish that Drip was down with him. Alright, so this is exactly the same coming out from Team 1, where they just take part of the upstairs, or really they take the majority of the upstairs minus the actual site. They then get a little bit of a flank watch going on. Then with that, they send the Capital here. They send Hibana to open up the wall. They have Sledge at the door underneath this site. So this is overall this is an effective attack because it's a redundant one, which you can just do it over and over again, and it will work at clearing out any roamers, and because nobody's going to invest 3 or 4 bodies off site for here, so it's good. Their team coordination is good, that they're able to do the exact same thing over and over again, and nobody's just saying, well, they weren't doing this last round, so I don't have to worry about this. They're being methodical. They're droning everything. They're pushing in. They're doing the same thing, and that's good and bad. It's good. However, if Team 1, if 92 Dream Team starts getting pre-placed nitro cells, that could be bad. However, most people don't do that. Now, this is good. This is better. So, two differences already. First, Drip is not dead instantly as he tried to play aggressive into a route, so that's good. He's playing a bit more passive, and Thomas, as the Hibana pellets came down, he just got out. He just got out and went to another position, which is very good because now he can actually do stuff. Now, one thing I disagree with is the Valkyrie is upstairs. I think it would be better to put her downstairs with the Pulse, because if 2 of them are downstairs, they can put a 2-on-1 fight against the Sledge who's holding below, and with that, if they can win that fight, because a 2-on-1, you're probably going to win that. But worst case scenario, well, I'm going to assume that the worst case scenario is one of you dies. Well, worst case scenario is you both die. However, that's very unlikely. Then okay scenario is one of you dies, but you get a refrag. Now it's a 4v4, but you can play vertically. You have a nitro cell to just throw up when the plant goes down. So that's great. Then best case scenario, you kill him, nobody's dead, and you then have 2 nitro cells, which can be 2 bomb plants. So I would prefer if Drip went downstairs with Odd and just played vertically, because you see how close and Sledge isn't even there anymore. So, but really, I would say that it'd be better if if Drip was downstairs with Odd. And then Drip, he gets gunned down from the... Where did he actually get gunned down from? You see how the 2 members are playing very close to one another? That's really that's another reason why I say that Dripwood should be downstairs. When you play close to someone, you don't want to be there. You want to kind of get out of there. You don't want to. You play a bit more antsy because you're like, well, I don't want to be in the same place he is. I can go do something else somewhere and be more useful. However, I think that because of that, Drip gets a bit aggressive and peaks, and he gets gunned down. However, this is an angle I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so really, Smoke was the only one holding behind a reinforced wall, and because of that, Drip got gunned down just because it was soft, and that's really all it was. Basically, just poor positioning is what got Drip killed this time. So first round it was over aggression, and this time it's poor positioning. Overall, you can say both are due to poor positioning. However, it is what it is. Now, I would still say that it'd be better to have him downstairs, but it is what it is.
The wall opening over here towards the other side of Billiards is going to allow for Lucan to pick up the first kill. Wise in the second. They almost lose Skadina. AWD is going to...
Now, I want to go back a little bit. So, a little bit of a change is now the Zofia and Twitch are playing more aggressive, coming down the hallway even though the plant isn't even close to going down. As well as the sledge has moved outside of hookah.
Over here toward the other side of...
Now, Twitch peaks, goes down, but then is instantly refragged by Rexon. So that's very good from Team 1, where they're playing off one another. Then Lukid is over here and ready to get a kill on anybody playing aggressively. However, next thing is odd. He was able to say, okay, I know it's clear. So with that, well, I know that the main door is clear. So with that, I can stop anybody from going. Actually, I want to see whether or not plant was going down, or whether or not it was just a nitro cell.
Wall opening over here toward the other side of Billiards is going to allow for Lucan to pick up the first kill. Wise in the second.
No, okay. So really, that was just a good nitro cell from Odd. And that's why I think it would have been better to put Drip downstairs with him, even though it would have taken a body off upstairs, because then they could still effectively play vertically, and they would, and so 92 could effectively get 2 kills. However, now with this is effectively a 2 versus 3 for 92 Dream Team because 2 members of Team 1 are down. Now I need to see this. So Pete comes out from Thomas. I don't think there was any reason for him to really peek. Well, there kind of was, kind of wasn't. He was in not the best situation. However, I don't think wide swinging was the best thing. However, in the end, he just lost a gunfight, so you can't really hate him for that. And so with that, the Twitch is now getting picked up. But then Hyena goes big, and so does Odd. So, oh God, what? It's 10 seconds, everybody dies. Okay, so Thomas kills the guy swinging out from B. Okay, so Hyena heard the noise of these two getting picked up, and with that, went to just spray them down. And then Odd just plays aggressively, and with that he gets the kill. So really, this was just the story of Hyena and Odd were the 2 big names here. Because Odd, he got the Nitro Cell kill, however, that also downed somebody in sight. And because of that, they were able to, it effectively, that's why got 2 bodies basically, it was 2 kills. Then, because the Jaeger, even though he died, I believe he downed the Twitch. And so with that, the Zofia tried to pick her back up. However, that makes noise. So because they made the noise, Hyena said, okay, I know they're getting picked up, they're not going to be ready for this, and he just swung and he got the kills. And then Odd was backing up Hyena, and he said, okay, I trust Hyena, he has this covered. Now I'm going to peek here because I know Sledge is here, and I need to make sure that he does not come and flank my buddy. So that was just overall good. Really, I'd say this round is an oversight. This round was a mistake from Team 1. They should not have lost this round, but instead they did over-aggressive, and they did well at the beginning where they did the same attack strategy that worked. However, instead of doing the same thing they did last round, which worked, and if it works because it's effective, then you should keep doing that. Now, you do have to change up strategies at times. However, there are times where you can just say, well, you really can't. Like, if we can win our gunfights, we can just do this strategy over and over again until you start winning them, and then we can change it up. So there was no real reason to change up the strategy because there was nothing changed coming from 92 Dream Team besides playing a little bit more passively. But really all they had to do was have the Capitao hold his usual angles, wait for have everybody have the sledge underneath Aquarium ready for a nitro cell. Don't have Twitch and Zofia push up aggressively, just have Twitch on flank hold, have the Zofia go and help with the push, get the plant down and win. But instead they tried to play aggressive, and then because of that, they lost. Now let's see the kills.
But I tell you, look, you're gonna have a good time, buddy. You're gonna have a
There's 2
good
rounds
time.
though, where it's like, oh, team 1 got this, right?
Yeah,
It's like 4v2, and then like, oh, what?
Yeah, no, it's just like, oh, you guys wanted us to kill you? Okay, cool. Yeah, we're just gonna flip a switch real quick, and Jules is gonna put on the big boy.
Well, nothing.
You just keep popping out of nowhere. Like,
Nothing was shown. Anyway, now changes coming out. So Team 1 is now changing. Well, Team 1 has changed nothing. Same lineup. Really, they have a good lineup for this map. I agree with it. I mean, in all honesty, I would prefer I would prefer a Nomad, but Nomad is banned, so can't really say, hey, I want you to run a Nomad. But really, that's the only change I would say, because this is just, they have a good setup when it comes to taking each of the sites. Then 92 Dream Team, they made one change where they dropped the Pulse for a Vigil. So that is smart, mainly because you can't play vertically effectively here. You can't really be running around in the middle of the site with your pulse scanner saying, where you guys at, where you guys at, where you guys at, because you can easily get gunned down from either the kitchen window or the service door right in front of Maestro here. So with that, I think that was a good change. But then they're still bringing the information off, so they're still bringing the Jaeger to stop the grenades, and they're still bringing the information from the Maestro and the Valkyrie, and then Smoke still being brought. So overall, good lineup coming out. We just gotta wait and see what they do with it. All right, now they're going kitchen.
They need to figure out a way to stop that from happening.
So with kitchen, you really have to control both bomb sites, and if you don't, it's very easy for a plant to go down, and the only way for you to really rotate in is through the door. So, and if you do that, I mean, it's one door. Just hold an angle, you'll win it. It looks like Drip is going to be roaming upstairs, and I'm not sure where Odd is going. Okay, so that reinforcement coming down from the Valkyrie exists so that the angle from VIP all the way down into theater, or the theater hallway, doesn't exist, which gives 92 Dream Team the ability to run around a little bit more. And then, so a little bit about kitchen. This area where the Maestro is at is the only place you can effectively play safe in kitchen, because you really can't play effectively behind here, because it's very easy for you to just get gunned down, because when you peek, there's only one way you can peek, and because of that, it really you can't hold here. It's not effective. Then you can also get shot from bathroom through the doorway if you do try and hold there. So really, if you want to hold here, you have to hold this area. However, one thing I'm going to note is that with Hibana being brought in, if the wall over here is Hibana'd, because you can Hibana that wall from main lobby, and main lobby is pretty easy to take unless you have NVK on Maestro there. because he's just going to kill everybody that peeks him. Because, basically just because there's now no way of actually denying this Hibana, if Team 1 sees this, they can effectively get anybody out of this corner over here. And if you can't hold this corner effectively, you really can't hold inside a bathroom effectively, and you can't hold over here effectively. So with that, if Team 1 sees that, they could theoretically just open it up, have put one person in bathroom watching here, put one person on the doorway just watching down, and have the plant go down behind this wall. Because they're going to be relatively safe from that. So it's something which can bite 92 Dream Team if another team sees it. I'm curious about what Thomas is doing, opening that up. Now, I understand a lot of teams, they won't actually invest reinforcements if they're holding blue bar. Instead, they'll open up the entire wall. So if you try and plant behind the counter there, then you can get, they're just going to say, hey, they're planting, somebody's going to swing from the main lobby and kill you. Then Drip is on a roam.
92 Dream Team right now is that Drip has not come online yet. It's been the initial pick both times these 2 rounds that we've played so far. So if that trend continues, Team 1 obviously still going to...
Now with this, I want to say that I want to see where... Okay, no, change is coming out. So I was trying to see whether or not there was the same attack strategy, same roam clear coming out from Team 1, but it is not. Which is a little strange because I feel like it would have been an effective one. They're probably worried. I'm curious what they're going to do. Okay. Okay, so I want to see where everybody died at, but it looks like Team 1 just bum rushed in. So first the Maestro dies and then the Smoke dies. There's no reason why at 30 seconds in, the Maestro and the Smoke are the ones dying. So with that, I'm trying to see what happened, but I'm not sure. It really just looks like that 92 wasn't ready and just got gunned down. Okay, so Maestro's dead here. And yeah, it just looks like they were not ready for this. And everyone's dead. Okay.
Welcome to it, buddy. All right. Well, Team 1 was a bit different. They said we execute pretty fast, but oh my god, look at that, right?
Okay, so that was basically what happened there was I want to see how many defenders I actually see on site. So 2 on site here. Then a third, but really with this site, wait, why Smoke is here, I don't understand. His body is just in the middle. I don't understand how Smoke is dying there. And then Maestro's getting gunned down here. So I'm not sure how that is happening. And then Odd died to kind of a weird... He wasn't ready for the angle from the Capitale. But that's just good on the Capitale saying, okay, my buddy's got the door, I got this door, we just gotta wait for picks. Because they've already killed 3. Well, 2, so now a third comes. However, I want to say that there were 3 bodies off site because I think Rexon came in a little bit late. And I saw Drip was off site. And then Odd was over in the main lobby. And I think Team 1 just said, yeah, we're better gunfires. We'll take these fights. And they took the fights, and 92 wasn't ready for it. And everyone's dead.
Welcome to it, buddy. All right. Well, Team 1 was a bit different. They said we execute pretty fast, but...
So that was just... Team 1 said, okay, you have 3 bodies off site. I think there are 3 bodies off site. I'm assuming the Jaeger was, because it's a Jaeger. And with that, they said, okay, 3 bodies off site. Well, they're pretty good at winning gunfights. So yeah, we'll go take the gunfights, and they won, and that's it. That's all that happened.
Oh my god, look at that, right? Like, people itself can't see that.
So now I want to see whether or not 92 Dream Team goes back here.
Yeah, I know our spectator
Yes.
switch is over. They're both
Okay,
just
so 92 is electing to go back downstairs, and it makes sense because their strategy wasn't really the issue there. It was they were not ready for the enemy to rush in at 20 seconds in,
Yeah, they just let us in here.
and that's the story.
We'll take your cookies inside the kitchen, apparently.
So one thing I want to say is,
They're both just
with the reinforcements coming out from Drip, where he puts one on this left door and one on this right door, wall, that tells me that somebody is going to be holding inside of theater, or at minimum falling back to theater if they're going to be getting attacked.
I can tell you one thing though, it's probably not going to happen again in the same fashion. So, and if it does, I don't even know what to say. So, as of right now though, pretty back and forth. We're starting to teeter-totter, but just a much more aggressive teeter-totter. This teeter-totter has spikes on it.
It's a much faster teeter-totter. It's a teeter-totter at like Six Flags or something like that. It's an extreme.
Now, same stuff coming out from both teams. No changes.
All right, well, let's see once again what T1 are going to try to do. If they'll try something as quick, I'm doubtful.
Yeah.
But considering how well it went, it wouldn't be too crazy to try that again.
One thing, the window which Twitch was looking at, just put bullets in there, because there's a way to get it so only a sliver of the window is actually destroyed, or at least it'll appear that way from the outside. So it's easier. It's better just to put bullets into it just to make sure, because you don't want to be there and say, does that look a little bit off, and now you're dead. It's easier just to shoot once or twice and just call it good.
So the real question is, does 92 Dream Team fight fire with wire? Are we going to see 3 runouts all at the same time or something wild like that? That's the real question.
They tried it once and it didn't go that way. Drip, I think, tried it on round 1 under Valkyrie. But besides that, they've actually been...
Now Valkyrie, I think, got droned out, and with getting droned out, she said, okay, I got droned out, I need to now move, which is smart of her. However, one thing I'm going to say is this barbed wire here is bad, is this Capital was able to hit it without even opening up the door fully. So that was wasted utility.
basically waiting for Team 1 to make the first move.
I like the swip that they have with Drip on the Vigil. They did it last round, but obviously didn't have any impact. But Team 1's really into the information game. They're very good with their drones. They're droning out roamers, trying to get those initial picks, and that's really what they've been thriving off so far in this round. So picking up Vigil to try and get rid of some of that information game is very smart. But the bad thing is they're not stacking their roamers, not playing close enough together to try and get refrags. So Doodle
Now Jaeger is trapped inside a pink bar,
if they're found out.
and he probably knows it at this point. So his job is just to waste time.
Go for a push. Rita sitting himself at service end as well.
And I want to see this.
Himself to try and push in.
I'm trying to see how the push is going. Because right now it looks like Twitch is more on just a flank hold. Make sure nobody just runs down Cruel Vibes,
Pumped up to try and
and nobody runs over from Pink Bar. Nobody tries to go for a flank through here.
They probably end up being a little bit more stalled and actually try to push it and take some map control away.
And then Capital is the window player, which I find curious because he has so much utility. I feel like it's better for him to be playing passive and be the droner, where he can just wait until it's time to use his utility.
That's going to be the task left to worry about.
Now, here we go. So the wall is opened by the Hibana. Let's see if I can get back to it. Yes. Okay, come on. No. Yeah, I figured out there's a way to go back about a second or something, but till then you get frame by frame. Come on, show me the wall. Show me the wall. And here we go. So, Team 1 was able to see that this wall was although it was reinforced, it was it was not electrified or mute jammed, and because of that, they can just freely open it. And because they can just freely open it, it now forces anybody playing inside of the B bomb site to move. So I think that's kind of a mistake in the overall setup by 92, where basically, if I think they're so used to teams not bringing a hard breacher that since Team 1 is, it's throwing them off.
Clear out the roaming presence appropriately while still having enough time to transition everyone else to the site.
Well,
No,
Okay. That was absolutely stupid. So Hyena now gets caught out of position right here. There is no reason to be in this position because you can get gunned down from the main lobby very easily, as well as somebody, I mean not from the main lobby, but from the door you can get killed. And then if somebody came and was in main lobby, and I count 1, 2, and there's a sledge over here, so 3 bodies out there. Any of you could have just walked into main lobby and shot through this door over here, through the soft wall, which had a large amount of it shotgunned out, and kill him. So that was just bad on his part. However, yeah, I mean, really that's just bad on his part. So right now, I would say this is a bad strategy coming out from the 92 Dream Team, purely due to the fact they have no way of stopping the wall from being opened. However, Odd gets a kill on the Zofia, so I'm trying to figure out where that was from. Okay, so Odd I think, yeah, he just played aggressively, got a kill. And Twitch was not able to refrag. Okay, so even though it wasn't the best defensive strategy, the death of the Zofia opened things up for 92 Dream, and I would say overall that the plant spot of Falls right there, and here's the thing, I'm saying it's a bad plant spot because this is in retrospect, he's dead. Most of the time, well, okay, so the default plant spot of this bomb site is that wall right there, that little half wall. This right here, this little half wall. So because of that, when the nitro cell came out, it was trying to kill the person here. However, because okay, no, actually, going to say that's a bad plant spot because of the nitro cells, because this is the default plant spot, and if a nitro cell goes down there, it's also going to kill someone there. However, so I just think, yeah, overall, I think that was just a bad plant spot where Falls didn't think that there was a nitro cell on anywhere close by, and because of that, he just ran through. However, Odd had come back to site after wearing the gun front of the Zofia, and because of that, the nitro cell came out and Falls died. So this is just a bad plant from Falls. He's dead, and then Drip kills Rise. Rise was the sledge. I have no idea where he was. And then Twitch died. Twitch dies to Rexon. So Rexon was just playing inside of a pink bar this entire round, and I think Twitch knew that he was there, and I think she just exposed her back to him, and he got the kill. Then Odd gets the final kill. I'm curious where Drip's kill was. I'm not sure. Actually, wait, who was that? This is the Vigil, I think. I'm wondering how the Vigil... I'm wondering how the Vigil got there. And I'm wondering where the... I don't know. I really don't know. But I would say that round was, I think, a series of mistakes from Team 1 where they probably overexposed. I think they just overexposed themselves too much and got picked off one by one. And due to that, they ended up they ended up just basically throwing away the round because they lost so many bodies within such quick succession that I'm not sure. I think that was really they just exposed themselves too much and were overconfident because the last round they just literally just walked in, killed everybody, and the round was done in 30 seconds.
Seesaw rolling, now 2-2. Team's favor.
I will say that 92 Dream Team won that round off of a death.
Yeah.
So Hyena dies. He is the man known as Maestro. He has the evil eyes, but now he's dead. So
Yeah.
therefore he just gets to
Now, right, so the 92 can go either. Actually, this is the second round they've won. I'm trying to remember where the first one was. Oh yeah, they went here, but oh yeah, okay. So it's been 2 rounds since the last time they went here, because they went downstairs once, got slaughtered, went downstairs again, won it, and now they're back upstairs because it's been unlocked. But with that, I would say, well, really, this is what 92 thinks is their best site, and that's why they're going back here. And it makes sense. This has become kind of the more dominant site, and Penthouse Theater is not a liked site, and I mean, and then blue and pink bar are just team preference. Some teams like them, some don't. So this appears to be 92 Dream Team's best site. Now, I like this setup. They're bringing the Bandit on drip because this wall over here is being opened up constantly, and they need to be able to stop that in order to have the smoke actively play there. So that's a good change. However, with the Twitch drone being in play, if they can't get rid of that, then this Bandit, if he's not actually bandit tricking, will be useless. So with that, I'd say we have to see how it goes. Now, no changes from Team 1, and that's the only change from 92.
That's why that macro cell was so beautiful. You don't see people plant their shoe off.
Good heads up play there from Mr. on the camera.
Gotta give credit where credit's due. That's the beauty of Rainbow. Even when you're dead, you can have an impact.
Okay, so it looks like 92 Dream Team is setting up for a push through this hallway because they have the Twitch and the Zofia come through there last time, and they had the Sledge go outside of Hookah. And because of that, they are now setting up more so for a push through this hallway, which is why Maestro changed his shield.
One more time here. Actually, 2. Out on top of this round before we end up switching sides and they'll lose their ability to pick the sites. Team 1 instead.
I'm just interested to see as we delve deeper and deeper into this hole. I don't even know what to call this hole, but it's definitely a hole. And we're just falling farther and farther down. I don't really know. So the real question is, as we were talking about earlier with the Team Secret game, who's going to break the mold? Because right now both of these teams are trying some unusual tactics. They're working out, but again, what else?
So it looks like some changes have come out. Twitch is now over near Hookah. Capitao is no longer the one on the roof, it's instead Zofia. So I'm curious what Team 1 is going to be changing up now, because it doesn't look like they're going for their normal roam clear. And they're not with this. So with this, it looks like Team 1 is preparing to not preparing, they're going for a take onto Hookah. Now, one thing is I disagree with it because I think that they are better when it comes to, I think they're stronger when it comes to attacking the pool table, and so long as they do it methodically, they can win it pretty easily. And then they just bomb rush in. Okay, so what happened here is 92 wasn't ready for this, and they panicked the moment that the the moment that Team 1 came in. And it is what it is. However, this is the second time that Dream Team has gone rushed. They should be ready for this. They should bring more barbed wire. They should bring things and set up in ways that allow them to play safely. Well, not just play safely, but to react in time. Because right now, this was not a good reaction. Wall gets opened, and instantly, 2 members of Team 1 are in, and nobody is there to contest. They had somebody playing here last time who, if he was there and was ready for this, and there was a barbed... I want to see whether or not there was a barbed wire. No. Okay, so here's the thing. If you want to stop a rush, just put barbed wire on this doorway. 1 barbed wire right there, and this entire rush could be shut down, combined with a player playing right there. Because you could have 1 player playing here to shoot there, and 1 player inside the hallway to shoot there. And then I don't understand so Hyena, I saw on the first round, was doing the crouch peek onto the Capital and got gunned down because of it. But then here he's playing so passively, even though if a Sophia charge goes out on a door, they're rushing. If a Ashe charge goes on a door, they're rushing. If a Breaching charge goes on a door, they're rushing. They're trying to hit you with shock and awe and just do as fast as possible with as much sound and explosions and noise to throw you off. And that's what happened there. And right now, 92 did not react to that. And Hyena was just there. He was just crouching on this door. So, crouching, loses the gunfight. If he peeked it, he could have had a good chance of winning the fight. There are times where this is kind of maybe they're not used to this aggression, and that's what's throwing them off. However, at this level, they need to be able to deal with this, because right now, Team 1 is just walking into sight, and they're not being contested. This is the second round in a row. Yeah, I mean, really, there was nothing special about this round. It's just overall, I think 92 is so used to playing the way they do that they aren't adapting to things like, could a rush come out? Or I think they're so used to going up against teams that are going to attack in a certain way that when they go against teams that can actually adapt to that, and they can say, okay, they're weak here or strong here, let's do this push instead and have multiple attacks. They're struggling, because I don't understand why there wasn't a barbed wire on that doorway when out of all of 92 Dream Team, they could in total bring here, I'm going to do it down here. They could bring a total of 8 barbed wires. However, they're instead bringing a shield from Hyena, which I don't think has actually done anything, because the Zofia is just burning it and burning any ADSs near it and destroying it every round. So why they don't switch it to there, I don't know. I think Rexon is there are 2 barbed wires going down the hallway, and the thing is that why not just put 1 barbed wire for the sound cue and go from there, and then put 1 on the doorway instead of just throwing 2 down, which will both tell you the same exact thing, but will really not do anything to actually help if a push comes from anywhere else. So, and then Drip has a Nitro Cell, which I mean, it's a nitro cell. You can't hate on it. However, right now, I would drop the nitro cell and pick up some barbed wire because they need it. Because this is just Team 1, a Challenger League team from Brazil, just walking into sight and just dominating them. And now it's over. And now the same setup. Okay, so same lineup coming out from 92 Dream Team. I want to see what they do with their barbed wires. Same coming from Team 1, and same sites being played. So I want to see what they do. So Smoke puts a barbed wire there. And now I think instead of barbed wire, they're putting down a Maestro cam in the hallway. Oops, I missed that. I wanted to see something. Alright, so Rexon's putting one barbed wire on the stairs. Okay. I want to talk about this barbed wire because I disagree with it. Now, I don't disagree that it's good to have a barbed wire down here. However, I think barbed wire in this position tells you too late if something is happening. Because if you want to play on the middle stairs, well, the middle of Cool Vibe stairs, then you need to be able to, you have to know if an enemy is right here. So why not just put your barbed wire down here? It tells you the exact same thing that this one does, but gives you more warning. Anyway, it's what it is. And I'm curious about this as well because I don't think I've seen any actual utility coming out in this general area that this ADS is going to save someone from. And I want to see whether or not there was barbed wire on the doorway now. Come on, let me see. Hyena's bringing a shield again. And don't get me wrong, shields are great. However, in this situation, I think that they don't need the shield. So same shield coming out from last round that did nothing. Show me the door. Show me the friggin' door. That's all I want to see. Okay, barbed wire in the hallway combined with the Maestro cam now. But is there a barbed wire in the door ready to stop a rush? I just want to see that. Alright, so I think there's only one barbed wire in the hallway now. And it looks like Team 1 is going for the same push they did the first round, and I do not need to do that. Okay, so that was really, really lucky from, I think, the Bandit. Where he peeked because he knew this door was closed. Then he is incredibly lucky from this. This guy is on the head right now. So now let's see what happens. I think that literally there was some micro adjustment made, and combined with this guy moving back, it hit just the edge of where his hitbox was and missed. Well, it just missed the edge. Where I think this is just barely off. But that is incredibly lucky from Drip and just over aggression. Thing is that this is a map that can actually punish over aggression on defense very easily. because just due to how easy it is to get rid of just the angles you can hold, because there are so many repel angles here that you can hold that just make it impossible to actually to effectively play aggressive.
Him or his opponent hasn't taken any damage.
Drip's gonna walk back aside. Doesn't have to lick his wounds. Does still have that nitro cell though.
Now I do like this. So Drip saw that the big window wasn't open, which means he can play a bit more aggressively inside of the A-bomb site.
Again, the drone play from Team 1 is so damn good, man.
And now here's the thing about the adaptation. So Team 1 said, okay, they're now setting up for us to push them from VIP. Let's push them from Aquarium again. And so right now Team 1 is just playing off of 92, and they're playing this map better, in all honesty.
Behind this, more drones working their way back in here now. It's Redux on his own, trying to make this peak. He gets through the supports. They got another player back in VIP. Four players still sitting outside. They might have one player still sitting behind him here in the process.
And now because of how passive 92 is playing besides Drip, it's a 5v5 even though 2 minutes have passed basically. Wait, now that's... Okay, so here we go. So, passiveness from 92 Dream Team, and minute 18 left. Now one nitro cell comes out. I'm not sure whose that was. I think it was Drip's. So now let's see. I think Odd actually gets the kill on this, but a smoke grenade just came out, and I'm not sure why, because there should be a Maestro cam that I think was just destroyed, but it should still be able to see whether or not they're planting, and the smoke should be able to listen for the sound cues. So why a smoke canister is coming out, I don't understand. However, then Odd gets the kill onto the Hibana by playing below, because I want to say Sledge was not holding the right... I want to see where Sledge is. No. So kill from Odd. Wait, who was that? Saw someone on the roof. Oh, never mind, it's not the roof. Twitch is just on the other side in VIP doing the same thing. Plant drone coming out. And then Sledge is droning. However, I believe, yes, he's outside the main lobby door. So it is his fault that the Hibana died, because I think he was just outside the door just waiting and wasn't ready for two. But the thing is, there were 2 nitro cells that came out, and Sledge is at full HP, which tells me that he didn't get into a fight, because there's no way that a team can throw 2 nitro cells and get away without taking a single bit of damage if he was doing his job correctly. So that's on him that the Hibana is dead. Now second smoke canister just came out, however that's at the minute mark, so that's not good. However, aggression from Odd, which I both agree and disagree with. Well, here, I want to see where he was aiming. Okay, so thank you, cameraman. I think he knew this person was here, and so there's probably a cam outside somewhere, and so because he saw this guy's alone and not ready for this, and there's no way they can refrag me if I get the kill, that is good aggressiveness. That's the smart aggressiveness, which can get you kills. It can also get you killed. However, this is kind of one of the situations where there's a lot going for you. Kind of wish they showed the Valkyrie cams. I know you can do it, so it's annoying that they don't. Now Odd gets a kill, and then I want to see this actually. I want to say the defenders opened this up so that they could actively contest this hallway in case anybody pushed down it, which I like. And okay, this is good. So he's shooting, and he just came in ready to go for a refrag as well as to help. And no, that's good team play. That is good. That's just good team play. That's good. It's playing off of one another, because Twitch has done the exact same thing every time. So 92 just said, okay, you can do the same thing, but we know it's only you, so we're going to put 2 bodies on you. You're at best going to get one of us. And now they ended up, they got none. And then it's a 2v5, so Thomas just ran out there saying, give me a kill, give me a kill, give me a kill, give me a kill. Which, I mean, it's a 1v5. He can do that without worrying too much. However, it's also not a smart thing to do.
But he's still got 4 to 5, 37 seconds left, and my God, what a game do we have on our hands.
He's gonna try his best here. He just don't know what.
Alright, so I was about to talk about this. The Maestro cam was facing away, however it now moves, which that is great from Hyena, just saying, okay, I'm gonna sit in my little safe space. I'm gonna move my cam and I'm gonna get ready to zap you.
That's the problem for Lucan. There's no way he can accurately predict this. He's sitting back. You can see he's trying to waste the little time he does have, hoping someone decides to get impatient.
And it's over. At this point, the Sophia should just say, okay, it's over. I'm not gonna be able to win this. I mean, it's a 1v4 at 30 seconds left. You're never gonna win that. Well, actually, okay, there's 2 things you can do. One, if you just run away, it can actually it can tilt teams that you don't get that kill, and you can also talk with your team a bit more about things, about what goes wrong, what goes right, what you got to work on. However, you also give up the chance of any potential clutch. However, I would say that in a 1v4 or 1v5, you may as well just back up, just because it's better than just throwing away your life. However, in a 1v3 situation, that's winnable, because all you have to do is win a one-on-one gunfight to turn to a 1v2, and from that point, one-on-one gunfight, then one-on-one gunfight. However, with 3 people being able to put their guns on you, it's really hard. 4 people, then it's really hard. However, it's still doable. However, it's most likely not going to happen. Now that's if you're on attack. If you're on defense, just, well, same thing, but you may as well try to fight a bit. Depends on your position, really. That's just me. That's just what I think. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Sides have switched, and it's 3-3. So that's actually really good for 92, because I'd say this is an attacking-sided map. However, and being able to take it away 3-3 is really good. So now, on to Team 1's operator selection. So exactly the same as 92 Dream Teams, with the Smoke, the Valkyrie, the Jaeger, and the Maestro. However, they instead have now brought a Cav. And I highly disagree with that. There are times where Cav can possibly be useful. However, I don't think this is one of those times. Just because you can't rotate. Cav's entire thing is she can bring a shotgun, 2 impacts, silent sneak. She can go move silently, and a good pistol. And she can just run around the entire map and you'll never know, because you can't hear shit. However, you can't run around this map. Put 1 person on roof and that's half your rotates gone. So just with that, I think it's a terrible pick. Now that is what it is. It could work, however, I hate it. Now onto 92 Dream Team. So completely different. So they're bringing a Dokkaebi, which is okay. I hate Dokkaebi. I think she's a bullshit operator. Her gadget is free intel. They can figure out where the enemies are and just punish them just by pressing a button and holding it for a few seconds. And so she's a strong operator, and combine that with her smokes, her DMR is good, and the CZ is also really good if you can use the sights. So overall, she's a strong operator. However, I personally just hate her. However, she is a strong operator. Then Thomas is on Buck. Buck can be a nightmare on some sites. Well, basically the kitchen and blue bar, because you can play vertically pretty effectively there. So he can really be annoying to deal with. Then Odd is on Ashe. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. She's looking for kills. She's there for kills. It's Ashe's job. That's it. I mean, sure, she can take out the Maestro cams, but so can the Twitch. Then Hyena's on Blackbeard. So Blackbeard is also one of the bullshit operators. And I can't remember if he's really good online or on LAN. It was talked about by the pros. I want to say that he's really good on LAN because with next to no peekers advantage and him just holding angles, I feel like he's really strong. However, I can't remember if it is that way or if it's the other way around, where he's better online. Now, however, I mean, he gets a face shield. I'm going to tell you this, if you're repelling, you get a face shield, you're going to win a lot of fights. Then Rexton is on Twitch, fragging operator, but because of the buff, she can be very effective against this Maestro. So with this Maestro is not going to... The Maestro cam should not survive long. Now, barbed wire coming out from Maestro, which I like. Same reinforcements coming out, roughly. Blue on blue. Then, main difference is this isn't shotgunned out. All of this is reinforced. Reinforcement here, here, here. One thing I'll say is this reinforcement right here is very important. I'll talk about this one in a second, but this one is really important because it lets you sit safely in the hallway without getting gunned down from the door. Because if this entire thing is soft, you can just shoot through it and just kill anybody playing in this general area. Then this reinforcement, since we have a good view on it, I'm going to talk about it, protects any angle from there, so a player can sit behind this wall right here safely without worrying about this. Now I want to see 92 Dream Teams attack though. Okay, there's a shield coming out from the Jaeger, I think. I'm confused already, but okay, let's see what happens. Now, the point of the shield in the doorway isn't for cover. It's to force a vault, I believe. You know, it actually could be used for cover theoretically, where you can hold a pixel peek, or it's not something where you want to be holding behind the shield. So, just something to keep in mind. However, it will force a vault, or a waste of utility. Now I see 3 members over by Aquarium. Rexon kills the Jaeger. And I'm curious where that was from. I want to see. Because it looks like Jaeger actually took a fight. But I'm not sure from how. So it gets a kill. And anything at all? I think Rexon is on the roof. I think the Jaeger just took a fight on someone on the roof and just lost it. Now from the other side, Team 1, when they were attacking, they had Sledge doing what Buck is doing right now. However, my best guess is that they actually want Thomas to be able to actively contest from below, so they had him on Buck instead of the Sledge. And it looks like Team 1 is just ignoring their roam game, which, in all honesty, isn't bad, because it allows them to. You don't always have to fight roamers so long as you can make it there so they're ineffective. So if you hold the proper angles and just watch your flanks or put a nomad charge on it, then you can effectively ignore roamers in some areas because if they want to actually fight you, they have to come to you and you'll have the upper hand. Now, one thing I'm going to say is Thomas right now is droning himself in. That's not good. You never want to be droning yourself.
Such a bad place.
Somewhere very far.
Now, Blackbeard is on this window, and the main reason I somewhat disagree with that is this door can be opened and there can be a run out from there. However, there's a window down here where you can just open that up and just shoot there. However, it looks like Odd is baiting for that, so we'll see what happens. So it looks like 92 might have that covered.
Start to peek in the big billiard window here. Try to find a little more intel. First Volvo has come out. Step up, too much risk. You keep getting a little bit of intel. Most notably find players like Hyena that are close in sight, able to play off of that. The rest of them not going to gain anything from that.
Alright, see, look at this. Double barbed wire just ready. That's all that 92 had to do, and it would have stopped rushes. They legitimately could be up probably 5-1 now if... Not probably, but they could have been up 5-1 if they had just not given up 2 rushes. Now, I'm confused by this attack because it looks... Okay, so Buck rotated from the main... Not from the main door, but from the door over here and went over to Hookah and just started chunking nades in once the Twitch got rid of any of the ADSs. And so I'm curious though because I see body here, here, and here. I knew that Ash was downstairs and I'm not sure about where the Twitch is right now, so let's just wait and see what happens. Is Twitch below? He might be below, and I think this might have been possibly from a... I need to see what this is from. Okay, so he's at 60 HP. Okay, so I think that Rise was hit by a an Ash breaching charge from below, not actually a grenade. Then he gets finished off. So 3v5. And then, okay, I like this. So the moment the Ash got the kill there, or I think that was Ash, she just got out. She said, okay, I did my job. I don't have to be here anymore. Let's move. Nitro Cell comes out. Misses. Now Smoke is trying to contest the Blackbeard. This is not a fight you ever want to take. And due to the fact that there's a Cav and a Valkyrie roaming, there's now only one person on site. So this is bad from Team 1 and great from 92, where 92 said, okay, there's nobody here. We can just bum rush site, hold flanks, and we're good. So 2v4. Let's see what happens. Alright, so... I want to see where the Cav is on cool vibes. Smoke is trying to play Snake. Okay, and here we go. So the Valkyrie is right here, and the window, which I show, the window down from Pink Bar, which you can shoot the main window over here to the left. Valkyrie just hopped on there, opened that up, and gunned down the Blackbeard. And that's the thing is, that's kind of the risk with playing that window, and the reason why a lot of teams don't like doing it. So it's a good play from the Valkyrie. And it really, that's just 92 wanted to do something and Team 1 countered it. And you could argue that maybe Blackbeard shouldn't have been there, and yes, you can do that. However, it is what it is. Now, this is something I don't like. Rexon is taking they know that there's a cav. They should know there's a cav. He's taking a close range fight on the stairs. However, I would say this is fine if the odd didn't just turn away. That's just terrible timing, but he should be ready for this person to run up. Because he has to back up his teammates. He really does. Because this Valkyrie, if she runs up the stairs, which he's worried about, then the Twitch can gun her down. Or you can just wait for her to jump into this window. Either way, you can still just hold the angle here, and then have Dokkaebi hold the angle of here. Or Blackbeard gets gunned down by Valkyrie, and then Rexon gets gunned down by Cav. And now, the same angle is being... Odd gets off the angle for 2 seconds, and now is back on. And this is the mistake that I think cost them the round, because I think Team 1 wins 7-3. This one little mistake, where Odd looked away because he wasn't sure about what was happening, and because he stopped backing up his teammate, Rexon got gunned, and when he goes back, he misses the cav. And he has no idea where this cav is. And the things in high level play, you don't go for interrogations. However, you can go for them if you want to. And a lot of it comes down to the game sense of, do I know where the enemy is? And can I affect it? Can I get this off before the communication says interrogation? And that's really it. Because the amount of time it takes for the Ashe to say I'm getting interrogated and Dokkaebi to register that and figure out what to do, if she can get it off, great. However, 92, there's no one really to stop this, because Drip doesn't want to just run out there and say, okay, yeah, I'm going to run up into the open and try and take this fight when I may possibly have wall hacks on me. But this is just really bad from Odd.
Let's see it. There it goes. And the last player from 92 Dream Team is going to be revealed. They know exactly where the Dokkaebi is going to be at, meaning it's an easy.
And yeah, wall hacks happen. So this is how you lose a 2v4. Basically, I would say that Rexon's position was questionable. However, it wasn't necessarily bad. Because Rexon, if I go back, here we go, was holding the stairs at a close angle, because that's where he came in from, that's his job. Odd is the one that really just messed this up, because Hyena, his job was more just to apply pressure on the big window until the bomb goes down, and then whatever. Now, he did overstay his welcome, so that's kind of bad on him. However, it wasn't the end of the world if he dies. However, because Odd just looks away, and I don't know why he does this. I don't. But because he does that, this is what loses 92 Dream Team this round. Like, it wasn't the interrogation. It was this right here. And yeah, so overall that was bad game sense overall from the Ashe. And I want to see where this is. We're going blue bar now. So reinforcements are going on in kitchen as well, which tells me that Team 1 wants to hold kitchen. Okay, Team 1 wants to hold kitchen as well, in order so that. Okay, my thought process is they want to hold kitchen so that they can go for a flank from the kitchen area to the main lobby area if nobody from the attack goes there, or if from the or if the attack comes from the main lobby, they can go and rotate through the room over here to the right of the objective and then go for a flank around main lobby. But then if for some reason the plant is, so that's kind of the thought process with why they want to hold onto the kitchen. It lets them delay as well as it gives them areas that they can do stuff from. Now, this is getting shotgunned out, so anybody from the main lobby door over here can just shoot in through them. As a lot of the plants go down in here, behind this bar over here. So that's why this is being opened. And instead of investing 4 reinforcements, they just do that. Now Hatch is getting reinforced, barbed wire going down. Coastline really doesn't have many real changes with their overall strategy. Oh, I didn't even talk about the operator changes. Okay, so it appears that the Caveira was dropped for a Legion. Cav is someone you can really only bring once. If you try and bring her again, the people are going to be ready for that. And I mean, even if it is that way, I think that it just throws teams off a little bit in their mindset, where it's like, ah, shit, there's a Cav, we gotta be worried about this. However, it's not. Yeah, however, it's something where once you start bringing her, her effect kind of goes down because you're so used to going against her that you just say, okay, well, we just went against her twice, so all we have to do, so now we buddy up, we hold our flank, and we're good. So it's good that they dropped her for a Legion, and Legion, overall good operator, does most jobs. He can open up rotates, gives us information with his goose, has a decent gun, so overall a very well-rounded operator, but doesn't really excel at anything. And then Dokkaebi was dropped for a Jackal, which I agree with, because I think that Jackal does more on this map than the Dokkaebi does, because you can kind of assume where the enemy is. You don't really ever have to really be calling phones because it takes too long to drone. What? Valkyrie is outside at 6 seconds. Ran from the door of Pink Bar and ran all the way up to Hookah. Okay. I mean, there's a cam and they probably have it timed. However,
Legion to me is one of the most broken operators just because of the amount of stuff that man can do. It's truly insane.
Second he can switch like a bandwagon for siege operators.
We stand good operators.
So we've got AWD along with the rest of the 92 Dream team. Working on the outside right now, still primarily focusing on droning at this point as far as I can tell.
so it looks like with this setup, 92 Dream Team wants to take the main lobby area, and then from there we'll be attacking Pink Bar once they take Kitchen as well. That's what this setup is telling me.
Legion right now, he's kind of pinched inside of those bathrooms. Incurable away for seats from this point forward.
Now this Legion should be dead, because there's a Blackbeard holding an angle on the window, so there's no way to rotate through Kitchen. Then there should be no way for him to go through bathroom, because main lobby should have attackers pushing it, and he shouldn't be able to play inside of service because the door is open. There's really one place inside of service he should be able to play. However, it looks like so Legion's dead. He tried to rotate through Kitchen against a Blackbeard, not winning that fight. However, I don't like this. I see two members trying to go through the same door. I saw an uncooked grenade thrown. So let's talk about this. So throw a flashbang, say, yeah, I'm here. Like, there's barbed wire there and he's testing for an ADS, yes. Grenade comes out, and this grenade is meant to kill anybody behind this bar. Then throws another one. I'm not behind the bar, but let me show you. It's meant to kill anybody playing to the side of the bar. which is a common position. People play there. You bounce it off of, throw it, bounce it off of here, have it land there. You're good. However, most people, this is kind of a secondary position to play. Most people are going to play it literally behind the bar. So then that grenade, uncooked grenade, comes out, is just tossed. That's not going to get a kill. And, I mean, maybe it's going to buy you 5 seconds, but it's not really going to do much else. And the plant's not going down, so I don't understand the grenade. I don't. And I don't think 92 was droning, because if they were, they should know nobody's playing where that first grenade was thrown. And now, trying to see what's going on with 92. Because it looks like they're just stacking up this door, hoping that they can just... So I see a Blackbeard here. I'm guessing he's holding an angle onto the hookah window. Then Odd here. Buck here. However, what are they doing? They're not taking any map control. There's no reason, there's no way they can just walk in and plant, I can tell you that much. So I'm not understanding why they're not trying to take top control and then go for the site. They look like they're just going for a site and then are, for some reason, are just stalling out. And now Jackal's outside as well. So 4 members of 92 Dream Team right now are doing absolutely nothing. Like, that's it. They look lost. They look like they have no idea what they're doing. They look like they wanted to go for a kitchen push and then take main lobby, but then they went, man, let's just walk through the door. And then they stalled out for 30 seconds outside, and now all of Team 1 knows they're there. So a Twitch drone gets the Maestro cam. I like it. Smokes come out. However, you can't just walk through a single doorway when there are smokes coming out, and there's a Maestro putting I think 75 bullets down range. So that's not going to happen. And now Rexon's on the roof watching for flanks. I think Rexon was basically just told, like, yeah, we're going to take upstairs. So he's like, okay, I need to go upstairs and hold the flank then. So he goes upstairs, and now he's just waiting there like, wait, why is my team not upstairs? What are they doing? Well, I was told to do this, so I'm going to do it. And now Buck is just face peeking everything, trying to go upstairs to clear out the people behind the bar because they just realized, oh shit, we can't just walk in there. And I don't understand it. I really don't. And 2 members are dead. 3 members. So how Drip, the Jack... Okay, I want to see where everybody is. So Drip, do not tell me you just walked. Drip tried to just walk into sight, I think, and gets gunned down by the smoke. Okay. So Drip is outside of here. Smoke is holding right over here. Smoke, I think, jumps up onto here. However, if we look at this, I count at least 2 bodies, possibly a third, I can't actually tell. Well, actually, yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So this guy is upstairs, he's doing nothing, he's out of this, doesn't matter. This guy, however, was shooting through the wall and through the door. So there's one person contesting. A smoke came out, which tells you there's a smoke close by, and here's the smoke. And he has a shotgun, and this is a pretty close doorway to him, so he can just pull that out in case he's trying to run through it. And this person's close enough that he can just swing the door and shoot people. So why this is the strategy that 92 went with, I don't understand. I really don't. And here's the thing. Why is Buck upstairs right now, not bucking the floor when the team is trying to push the site? Drip just tried to walk in there. So Drip dies a useless death. Hyeno loses a gunfight as a freaking Blackbeard against I think the Maestro. Which, I mean, Maestro has a great gun, sure. But you're freaking Blackbeard. Like, I want to see whether or not he was already... No, he wasn't damaged.
Try and push in. It's going to be stopped harshly. Team one
So Blackbeard loses a gunfight for the first time in history. And now Rexon is laying down, trying to get a pick through... Wait, who's... Well, so Rexon's in the main lobby trying to get a pick through a door. I mean, not through a door, through a kill hole. And is overall not helping the scene. But here's the thing. If he just dropped down, jumped into the hallway, and went for a flank on the smoke, that could win them this round.
drags off of that. Another player in cool
Then
line.
Buck goes down the stairs, loses the gun. Actually, I don't think he actually... Hold up. I don't think he actually lost the gunfight. I think it was shot in the back. Let's see. Blue team. Yes. Okay. So because there's no roam clear, and they don't have top floor control, Thomas gets shot in the back from the Valkyrie.
Here from 92 Green Team to try and push in. It's going to be stopped harshly. Team one falls, and Lucan both able to find frags off of that. Another player in cool vibes is going to end up going down. I believe that's the Buck. There you go. He's going to be finished. AWD
So
also take
I don't get this. Oh, you know, so Valkyrie was downstairs. It was Jaeger upstairs. But that doesn't matter. I don't understand what 92 Dream Team was thinking. Because here's the thing. They still have a minute left. And the thought process was send, I think, 2 people through this door. Well, let's see. They sent Drip and Odd through that door. Thomas died coming down the stairs with no roam clear, so... Okay. Heino has just lost a gunfight and Rexon's still alive. So, I'm not understanding why they decided to say, okay, let's attack the kitchen. Okay, we got a pick. Fantastic. Now let's just give up all the map control you've taken. Let's run to this doorway and invest a minute and a half of our time in there before we try and run through this doorway looking for picks, hoping they just walk into our line of sight. But wait, hold up. Right before we push, Buck, I want you to go upstairs, and I want you to wait until you hear the sounds of us dying, and then I want you to not even use your gadget, and I want you to just walk down the stairs and get a gun from the guy we didn't do a roam clear on. Alright, sound like a plan? Fantastic. Like, legitimately, this is stupid. This is a really, really stupid attack. And I don't understand what was going through the heads of 92 Dream Team,
it's all going to be on
but
Rexon, who will
it's
find
now
one
over.
more trade, but that is it. Team one break the mold and push ahead by 2 after closing out that round.
Every single time these guys come around, you hear a massive scream.
Legitimately, I would say that was a throw.
To love it, man. You have to love it, especially with how crazy this game's been so far. Don't expect it to switch up anytime soon either. I think
Yeah, I don't understand that. That confuses me. Now, defense coming out from Team 1 again. Well, no shit. Yeah, what the hell am I talking about? Yeah. They're defending because, you know, they kind of did have like 6 rounds in a row. But so kitchen defense, Team 1 has elected to drop the Jaeger, and they have picked up the Doc. They're saying, okay, we need to just win fights here, because it looks like 92 isn't attacking with a strategy, so all we have to do is hold angles and they'll come to us. And really, that is the story of 92 Dream Team right now. But the thing is that I would say right now 92 has kind of thrown away 3 rounds. They could be up 6-2 if they hadn't just given away rounds. And then no changes coming out from 92.
They push ahead by an additional round, and that's the result of that. Now the 5-3 Vans are just
So let's see what
all the way
happens.
to round 5 of the Swiss stage, the very final round, of course. Let's all come down to their performance against Team 1 this round.
Well, if anything, for you people at home, you now know why a lot of
To round 5 of the Swiss stage, the very final round, of course.
So,
Down the performance against
come on, show me. With this wall reinforced, that tells me that there's probably going to be someone playing over here by this couch, and possibly someone playing by this bar, in order to make sure that there's a crossfire coming out in case the attackers try and push through there. Which tells me that's kind of the strong point of their defense.
because they play the most unorthodox Rainbow Six Siege.
Hold on, I gotta see this. I think that there's a mistake coming out. This wall is soft. I'm hoping that someone's coming around to reinforce that and was just doing their other jobs beforehand. Because if that wall is soft, I would say they are giving up the site. Because if the attackers, all they have to do is take main lobby over here, open up this wall, they have grenades, and they have a Blackbeard. Grenades and a Blackbeard, so if somebody's trying to play around here, they should die. So with that, this wall needs to be reinforced. Because if it's not, Odd and Hyena... Wait, was there a Sophia last time? I can't remember if there was a Sophia. I think there was, but I'm not 100%. No, okay, they dropped the Jackal for the Sophia. Okay. But anyway, this wall should not be soft. That is just giving up. That's just giving 92 Dream Team extra map control. And I'm hoping that someone's coming around to reinforce it. They probably are, but we'll see. Now I see 3 members spawning over on the east, 1 on the west, and 1 on the northwest. So let's see what they do. Ooh, we actually hit the Valkyrie with that. Nice. Alright, so Rexon looks like he's going up to the roof again. And I'm trying to see exactly what the attack is. So no pressure from main lobby. I think that's a Blackbeard repelling on the door of kitchen. Which, dear God, trying to fight that would be annoying. However, they know he's there. That Maestro cam should not be alive at this point. And here we go. Here's the difference. Team 1 looks like they did a partial roam clear upstairs, and now Buck is actually using his utility. That is significantly better this round than what happened last round. So Twitch is holding the VIP flank, and Ash is holding the flank from the main lobby and aquarium. So that lets Buck safely buck anything he wants, which is that's just good teamwork. That's just holding the right areas. And that's why Buck is so strong on a few of these sites, because he can just open up so much above. Or I want to see about the swimmer, because it looks like he's playing aggressively. Alright, so Zofia loses the gunfight. Actually, I think Hyena just did a run out. But the thing is, there's no reason for that to be happening. I don't understand how Hyena just gave his life away when all he had to do was not that. Really, that's it. Just not do that. And you can do a lot. Like, even if you're not, I understand that the point of the Zofia was to apply pressure on the other side of the map. However, it's not working. So there needs to be changes. They need to push as a team. Good frag. A very good frag. That's someone who knows their angles, so good on Thomas for that. However, right now, I want to see whether or not Buck has another one. No. Okay, so that's a... Okay, I was hoping that was a... he had a second one, because in Pro League you have no points on. However, you can ask your friend, the guy's dead, to say, hey, watch my points and tell me if I down this guy. Because your points are going to go up if you down someone. So you throw that grenade, down someone, okay, great, throw another one. However, he doesn't have one, so it doesn't matter. However, with that, they should probably be trying to send the Twitch drone to kill this guy. Because this guy's going to be he's going to be brought back to 20 HP. Actually, no, maybe more because there's a dock. So let's see.
So he might be able to get picked up. Rise knows exactly where it came from. He's like, are you going to pick me up? Like, what's going to happen here? We're going to try and get him picked up. That's exactly what's going to happen. Thomas is trying to play from above. He's finally going to.
That is good from Thomas. He's just effectively playing upstairs. That's an effective buck. Okay, this is bad. This is alive. On 92 Dream Team, you have Thomas, Odd, Hyena, and Rexon. All of you can destroy this, and it is still alive, giving info. Any of these members on defense can tell you what's going on in this doorway because of this. And because they know there's no push coming out, they have no reason to throw away their lives and peek stuff. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't understand why Twitch is upside down and why Hyena's on the door. Why not put Blackbeard upside down? Because he has this freaking face shield. Have him shoot in and have Twitch on the door. However, there's no main lobby clear that has come out so far from Dream Team. And because of that, they still cannot safely go for this push. Now 40 seconds left. Drip loses the gunfight to a Maestro who I hope he got. No. Okay, so I can tell you right now, Reckon is not using his utility effectively based on the fact that Maestro is at 20 HP, which means 2 zaps and he's dead. And the fact that there's a Maestro camera still alive. So I don't know how he's losing his drones, but there's no real reason for him to be. Now, good from Odd. Bad positioning from the Legion. He should know that he can't play effectively in bathroom without getting shot from the ceiling. However, Blackbeard, the Blackbeard, dies, and he dies to body shots, which, you know, is always nice to see when you have a face shield.
Exactly. On the defense, the timer is always on your side. That diffuser is going to be down outside as well.
Now 25 seconds left, and no roam clear has come out from 92 Dream Team. Nobody has the diffuser, and nobody's in a position they can plant because both Odd and Thomas were upstairs. Now I think that's Odd out there. He just gets shut the fuck down by Ryduck. Like, the Valkyrie was holding an angle through the B bomb. There was a pixel peek, so that's just good on him, and that's just a nice shot. However, there's no reason that should be able to happen when the floor is destructible and there are 1, 2, 3 members who can destroy it, and a 4th and 5th if they drop breaching charges. This entire site should be a living hell for the defenders.
They're going to try and make it Duda, but Duda's going to have his head removed by the NPX of Valkyrie. As Thomas will have to try and don the mantle. He's going to challenge the door. Does he know exactly what this is? They have that evil eye there, and it's just going to continue to roll. And finally,
Alright, so that was bad from... Oh, was that a trip? No, okay. So I think a call out came for the Valkyrie, and she basically went for the kill on Thomas, and then was instantly refragged by the dock. I mean, not from the dock. Oh, it was instantly refragged from the Twitch, even though the Twitch made a bunch of noise jumping into the window. However, this favors for the defense because there are 2 members, and even though they're the fat guys, they can still get to Twitch in time to kill her. And with 6 seconds, I don't think she's going to be able to get to the diffuser. So it's basically over so long as Team 1 plays passive. Yeah. Really at under, I would say, 10 seconds, you can't plant effectively, especially not in a 1v2. all in all, this is really just 92 Dream Team did a better job of using their utility and attacking. However, they got with the Zofia getting picked early, doing absolutely nothing to help the team. That kind of cost them this round because it also took away some utility, and then bad utility usage from all of 92 Dream Team cost them the round. And the thing is, these are two Challenger League teams. However, because these are two Challenger League teams who just became Pro League teams, they need to stop making these mistakes if they actually want to do well in Pro League. Whereas the other Pro League teams who have analysts, who have coaches, who have players who have been playing for 3 years, who have literally thousands of hours in this game, they're going to see these mistakes, and they're just going to capitalize on them. Now, let's see. Right, so I think it's a billiards defense. Yes. So, yeah, hookah billiards. And now, I don't think there are any changes coming out from... No, they dropped the Maestro and brought a Year. They probably said, okay, with the amount of utility that 92 Dream Team is bringing, we probably can't have our Maestro cam survive long. However, it is also, even though 92 Dream Team really wasn't using their utility to get rid of them. Then Zofia was dropped for the Jackal, and Hyena's back on Blackbeard. So let's see what happens. Wasted drone. There was no reason to be peeking that door like that. If he had just kept the drone safe by the door or just had the drone fall back a little bit, it would have been safe. Now they know a Valkyrie camera is outside, so they can go looking for it. However, it's questionable. You could have known that by putting your drone in a safer position. So I would say that's a wasted drone. Now, it looks like there's actually a roam coming out from Team 1. And so let's see what happens. Because with the Legion's placement, the Legion can shoot through the window roughly around here, which can kill people on the balcony. So anybody on the balcony, like this Jack, will be scared of opening up the door and trying to take a fight on Ryduct inside of here. So if they want to actually take this site from Aquarium, they have to do a roam. 92 is going to have to do a roam clear outside. Of the other side of the map. However, it looks like 92 is just going to ignore it and hope for the best. So let's see what happens. One thing about Blackbeard is the face shield is very strong. However, it doesn't make you invincible. You have to also be able to, if you can position yourself. So one thing is that there are two players, Fabian and Joystick. Fabian is the in-game leader of G2, the most dominant team in Rainbow Six history. And however, he's not an amazing gunfighter. Like, I'm not saying he's bad or anything. He's still a really good player. However, Joystick he was the Ashe main. He is the Ashe main. Right now, he's known more for Ashe than Nesk is, because he literally during the Challenger League finals, he just jumped on the Ashe and went like 12-2 or something. He was a nightmare for I think it was ENCE at the time to go against. And but the thing is that Fabian was once in a 1v1 against Joystick. This guy who came in on a tear, who was teams would ban Ash against him to not fight him. And Joystick had Ash. He was in the perfect situation. He knew Fabian was playing inside of the main lobby of this map, actually, on Coastline. And Fabian jumped up onto a couch and took the gunfight. And he won it with a Legion. Ash versus a Legion. In all honesty, a bit of a flex/support player against one of the best fraggers in this game right now, if not the best. And he's not the best, but he's one of the best. Top 5 easy. The reason why Fabian won that fight was because he put his head level 2 feet above where it normally is by jumping on that couch. And that threw Joystick off, one of the best aimers in the game, by literally just going up to something and pressing a spacebar, because he moved his head 2 feet above where it needed to be. And that is what head level can do for you. So now based off of that, why is the Blackbeard holding the head level of exactly where most players would put it? Why doesn't he rappel up? So his head level is now going to be up here. So anybody aiming in this area is going to have to correct up, then fight the face shield he has and a machine gun. Wouldn't that make a bit more sense? So right now, this Blackbeard, I disagree with his positioning. 1, on that, and 2, he got gunned from this window, so maybe he shouldn't be playing the same window where he got gunned from last round. Well, not last round, but from a round where they were in a 4v2 and him staying alive could win it. Just my thoughts. Now, that was Smoke dying to a grenade. I am curious. And, okay, Plant is going down at a minute 10. After, I want to see. Thomas is, okay, that makes sense. So, Thomas went below, and unlike what Team 1 was doing, he naded out the Smoke. Because Smoke is going to play in roughly the same area. So by nading him out, that just opens everything up, and if you can just blitzkrieg your way into there and just get the plant down, a lot of teams won't be able to react in time. Or if they are, the plant's already halfway down. Oh, that is not the play. So, that was... Okay, I think that what happened there was Drip heard the nitro cell rip, because, let's watch. I think Drip heard the nitro cell rip, and because of that, he got off the plant, which is smart. That is the smart thing to do. Unless you have like 0.5 seconds left, you get off and you run like a bitch, because you can always go for a plant again. I think he hears it, but Hyena kills Ryduct, but then instantly tries to run back in. That is a mistake. This is just, he needs to play a bit more passively, because by doing that, he has now turned a 3v5 into a 3v4. And how? Okay, here's the next thing. How? I think that because he ran in front of, because he just ran right back in front, Rexon stopped firing and also got gunned from the dock. Then another thing is nobody's watching the flank over here, so this Legion could have come in as well for a kill. So right now, the mistakes. Number 1, well, let's start with this. Number 1, even though there was a Blackbeard on the window over here, Valkyrie was able to get close enough to start a Nitro Cell rip, which scared Drip off the plant. Now, mistake number 2. Drip did not trust his teammate enough, Hyena, to cover him when he was going for a plant. So there's no trust between the teams. So, number 3, the moment Drip got into cover, he ran back out. Even though, if the plant's going down, it's been going down for 5 seconds and a Nitro Cell comes out, which means they're going to be trying to push you to contest you, he runs back into the line of fire and gives Ryze one of the easiest kills of this game. Then, by doing that, that also fucks up Rexen, and due to that, Rexen dies. So now, Diffuser is gone, 2 people are dead, and for some reason, 2 people are effectively allowed to play inside of the A-bomb site, even though there is a friggin' Blackbeard on the window. This Blackbeard should be dead before these 2 guys should be able to just walk into the middle of sight. So, this is just mistake after mistake right now. Now there he goes, he gets the kill, then is instantly refragged. And I want to see where his head was. Okay, here's his head. He is literally in the middle of the window. So here's the thing. If you're around this level, when you're rappelling, that's honestly one of the easier ways to kill people. If you really want to become a window player, you have to be able to rappel upside down, because it is such a pain due to the character model. Go watch any of Pengu's streams, and whenever he's fighting windows, he's constantly changing his head level and always trying to put himself basically up there. And it makes a difference. And I'm not saying he would have won them this round. However, what I am saying is if he could have held the angle effectively, or just been moving up and down or left and right around here, there's a good chance this plant could have gone off, because he could have gunned down the Valkyrie and said, don't worry about the Valkyrie, or stick it. They could have won this round if that bomb went down. However, the next thing I'm going to say is, I don't know where this Ashe is. I really don't. Like, I know Buck was downstairs, but I have no idea where the Ashe is. So this was good from Skadinka to instantly refrag and know the Blackbeard was there. So that was just good on him. But now it's a 2v2. So Ashe is outside, I think. Okay, so here's Ashe. Outside of Hookah, doing absolutely nothing when the plant went down. I am hoping at minimum she has shot open this door. No. Okay. Here's another mistake. This door is closed. That door being closed means you do not have to... I don't have to pay attention to that. I don't have to worry about that. This is safe. You're not going to shoot me through here. You can't effectively kill me through there. I don't have to worry about someone coming through this doorway right here. So, because of that, I can just run around. And here's the dead Valkyrie. So, I can just run around here and chunk nitro cells, go shoot people, do things like that. All because this door is closed. What if she had opened this door? What if she had opened that door, threw some flashbangs, used her breaching charge there, and then either, as the plant's going down, pushes for a fight, or goes to the window of Hookah and is shooting in to stop people from just rotating around inside of Hookah. Like, the point is, you're not trying to get kills there. You're there in order to try and just confuse the enemy, make it so they have one more thing to deal with. But right now, this is a threat, and this is a threat. Those two doors, well, no, the door and the window. Those are the two threats you have to deal with as the defenders right now, because that's the only place you're being actively contested from. And so that's it. See, here's the thing. Thomas was waiting to do his job, basically the bomb goes down, he waits from below, he plays vertically, great. However, now, like he got the opening pick on the smoke, great. And then everyone just dies, and he's just there like, okay, I'm trying to like figure out what's going on, but okay. Like, he can't help the team at all. He's doing his job. He's doing it, like he gets a kill. That's all that was asked of him. It's not even to get a kill. It's to make the smoke move so that he can't smoke effectively, so the bomb can go down. However, that didn't happen, even though 3 members were over there. And the next thing is, if there are 3 members over there, well, here's the thing. In order to effectively take the A into plant A, you need somebody holding the flank angle. You need somebody holding the angle to actually rotate, and you need somebody planting. Now, they elected to eliminate no, not that one. To eliminate the person holding the flank angle. So, they have one person holding that, and I think this person was actually far enough back that they could have, I think they were outside, so they could have contested there as well. However, why not, right now, Odd did absolutely nothing. Why not send him over with the other 3 members over there? So that as the plant is coming down, everybody, you could have one person holding the flank. So it's this. One person is holding flank, one person is planting, Ash is pushing up slightly, and Blackbeard is holding an angle. So you have Ash and Blackbeard capable of both taking fights / refragging. But instead, Odd's over here, droning out Hookah, even though that's not going to do anything. If I'm not understanding why Odd is on Ash at this point, because I don't understand this Ash's positioning, and I think this Ash honestly cost this round. Now, I'm not saying it's the Ash's fault. This could possibly just be the strategy that 92 Dream Team was doing, where you have 3 members push A, Ash do a late flank on B, but she never did the flank. And she legitimately, Dream Team's playing a man down right now. They were playing a 4v5 this round because Ash, I don't think she did anything. Okay, door's open now. Okay, here's the thing. Door's open, so now she's applying pressure into Hookah. The bomb was going down. Now, so 50 seconds after the bomb goes down, the door is fully open. So, minute 50 is when the bomb went down. Alright. Little late to the party, but 45 seconds, that's okay. I'm pretty sure Ash had already... Actually, no, she hadn't. It was a different round, so... I don't understand why this Ash seems to have drones and is now using them. Oh god, all those goos.
He's waiting for the rotate from Skadina, but I don't believe that Thomas knows exactly where he is. No, that frag grenade gonna fall on deaf ears here, as he's gonna swing the window. This is exactly when Jaeger's gonna be.
Okay, I don't know what Odd's doing. I'm not sure if this is just kind of stage fright or something. Because, okay, so 92 Dream Team, this is their first time ever being at LAN, at least as far as I'm aware. And I think most of these players, this is their first time as well, so this could just be shakes. However, I'm not understanding why he's crouch walking into sight. I'm really not. I'm not understanding let's see. I'm trying to figure out. So he's droning. He knows Hookah is clear. And somehow he doesn't know the Jaeger's positioning. And so Odd doesn't drone. So here's the thing: if Thomas knew this Jaeger's positioning, he can throw in. Okay, okay, never mind. This is absolutely terrible. Hold on, I'll show you why.
He does have a drone, so he's going to be able to recognize.
Okay. I am going to mark with my pretty yellow color every living member of the defenders. Alright, now that I've done that, and we all see that there's nobody here.
Out that they have nothing inside of here. He also blew up the doors, that means no goo.
Alright, so we know nobody's there. Nobody's there.
Going to continue to have Thomas on this double window.
Okay.
He's
Okay. Okay. So,
Doodle does have a drone, so he's going to be able to recognize
41 seconds, drones out the corner, knows it's clear.
out that they have nothing inside of here. He also blew up the doors, that means no goo.
Okay, it's been, was it 41 seconds?
They're going to continue to have Thomas on this double window. He's waiting for the
Grenade comes out, which means over the course of 10 seconds, Odd uses his drone, doesn't make any callouts saying who is clear, saying this corner is clear, this corner is clear. Okay, so that's a wasted grenade because Odd doesn't make any callouts. And I'm not sure what the purpose of that grenade was, because it was just going to bounce off of the wall, because the wall was only half destroyed, I'm pretty sure. Repels in, looking for a pick, and I'm amazed that the Jaeger doesn't go and gun this guy down, because that could honestly have lost. This is good from Thomas, where, I mean, he's ready for this. He's ready for this guy. And here's the thing: if this guy didn't just crowd peek and was regular peeking, where his head level's up here, he has a good chance of winning this fight. But instead, loses the gunfight. Instantly does refrag. Here's the thing, though: why is this Jaeger able to play in sight even though Odd had a drone? And then just runs into the guy. So really, I think this was just this was kind of just stage fright coming up from 92, because they do play well. However, there were just a lot of mistakes at the end of this, where they started doing this, where you have drones, but you don't drone sight, you don't drone out their positions, you don't give callouts, you waste the utility, you don't put the players in, you don't adapt at all, and it just killed them. But yeah, I think this was just a lot of mistakes coming out from 92 at the end. I mean, in all honesty, I would say that I'd say that kind of through 3-ish rounds or so. And then from there, they lost this one as well. So I'd say almost 4 rounds they really could have thrown, if I'm counting correctly. And because Team 1's not really that amazing. They're not an amazing team or anything. They're not a bad one. But 92, I mean, they just messed up a lot, and it looked like it was just stage fright. And I mean, it makes sense. It's their first LAN. It's their first real tournament that they've been to, as far as I'm aware. And I mean, they just entered Pro League, and it's going to take time to get the shakes out. And I hope they do, but this is something they're going to have to go back to the drawing board and figure out and show, okay, here are the mistakes. What can I do better? Where did we mess up? Because this was not a round they should have lost. There are a couple they shouldn't have lost. And if they can get those mistakes patched out, then they can be a pretty good team. And the thing is, Team 1 won this, and they won it dominantly 7-3. However, I think they were able to take the mistakes that 92 was making and capitalize on them. And due to that, they won. And it really wasn't that Team 1's an amazing team and they're that much better. It's just 92, they just messed up, and they capitalized on it. Anyway, I hope you learned something. Hope this helped. And I'll probably be doing more of these for most of the games here.